You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. You laugh, you talk, you post stories online, but when the noise fades, it's just you again, quiet, tired, pretending you're fine. And that's the part no one really sees. Loneliness isn't always about being by yourself. It's when you stop feeling understood, when you realize people hear your words, but they don't feel your silence. It's that moment when you're in a crowd and still feel invisible. You scroll through hundreds of faces, hundreds of lives, but none of them feel real anymore. It's like everyone is busy playing their role and you don't even know which one is yours anymore. You tell yourself you're fine, you tell yourself you don't need anyone, but deep down, you just want one person, someone who truly sees you, someone who understands the thoughts you can't put into words. But no one does. Because the world moves too fast and no one has the time to stop and look into you anymore. But here's the truth. Loneliness isn't your enemy. It's a mirror. It's showing you the parts of yourself you have been running from. The silence that feels heavy, that's where your real voice is hiding. Sometimes you need to lose everyone so you can finally find yourself. You are not born to be understood by everyone. You're born to understand yourself deeply, to be your own friend, your own peace, your own reason. Because the moment you start enjoying your own company, loneliness turns into strength. The same silence that once hurt you starts to heal you. The truth is, you don't need a crowd to be complete. You don't need constant messages of validation. You need that one thing you have forgotten, yourself. When you can sit in silence and still feel calm, you've already won. Because most people are not alone. They are just afraid of being with themselves. But you're learning to face it, and that's where real peace begins. So the next time you feel lonely, don't try to feel the silence. Listen to it, because that silence is you calling you home. Maybe being alone isn't a punishment. Maybe it's life giving you space to become who you were meant to be. Because when no one is around, there is no mask left to wear. That's when you finally meet your real self, the version you have been too busy to notice. We think we need someone to make us feel whole. But wholeness doesn't come from people. It comes from peace, the kind that grows when you stop begging the world to understand you. When you stop chasing people who were never meant to stay. Some of the greatest changes in your life will happen in silence. Not when you're surrounded by noise, but when you're sitting alone, thinking, hurting, healing. That's when you start becoming powerful, quietly. One day, you look back and realize the nights you spent alone weren't wasted. They were teaching you strength. They were showing you who really cares and who only came for convenience. They were shaping you into someone unbreakable. And that's you finally meet someone who truly sees you. You'll recognize them immediately because they'll feel like peace, not excitement. They'll speak your language without saying a word. But that only happens when you have learned to love your own silence first. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It's the presence of yourself. And when you make peace with that, no one can ever take your peace away again. So don't run from this feeling. Don't rush to feel it. Let it stay. Let it teach you. Because this loneliness right now might just be the beginning of her finally becoming whole.